My name is Picket. I've worked here forever. My nickname is Methuselah. Hey man, that's an Indian sense of humor. In the early 1970s, the Quinault Indian Nation decided to do something about the runs were getting lower and lower. And they had an existing facility here which wasn't, it was going to be used to get into the market of pan-sized trout operation. They did a feasibility study and they found they couldn't compete against the established businesses, and so what they did is says, well, let's utilize that as our hatchery. We got the lake, that's our lake, let's utilize it. So that's what they did, and they went out and they hired technicians, some of them tribal members, some of them non-Indians, and some of them were the new hotshot biologists and stuff with the aggressive ideas on how to raise and manage fish. And with the help of some of the Quinault tribal elders, they went out and they started their own fisheries program. They took all this valuable knowledge and they made it their own. In approximately 1980 was when we had the existing net reared facility with the pin nets and chained together, and they made a big upgrade and they expanded the amount. Now we have two hatcheries. We have this one here on the Quinault, and we have another one located on Salmon River, a tributary to the Queets. So we have two, and they both raise most all the salmon species. We also have another hatchery that's a U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service hatchery located on a tributary to the Quinault called Cook Creek, and we work in conjunction with them. We don't do it all by ourselves. We share information, we share responsibilities, and you know what? It's turning out pretty darn good. Like somebody knew what the hell they were talking about. You have a native culture that puts their hand on the workings of a hatchery. It couldn't be any better than that. After all, Quinaults are salmon people. What better to have their information and their knowledge right on the ground floor? We raise here approximately 600,000 fall chinook. We raise sockeye, which we've raised and released here 1 million sockeye in the past. We try to get as much as we can. It expands the fish that are, the numbers of fish that are capable of being caught in a gill net and being put on the market, and for tribal fishermen. We don't catch all of our fish here in the broodstock operation. They go out someplace else and spawn too. I've learned a lot here, and thanks to Quinault people, which my own family is some of them. We're just trying to do our part. We work with other Indian tribes. We work with Fish and Wildlife Service, the federals. Down lower on the river system, we work in conjunction with them. It's a trade-off. We helping each other out. And it takes that cooperative management approach that the Quinault started way back with other tribes up and down the coast to get the job done. And what's real crazy is that they've been doing it for quite a few years now. Is it perfect? No. Do they make mistakes? Yes. But are they getting the job done? You bet. Who better to have it being involved with management of a natural species than Indian tribes?